Hi, I'm Clementine, the living fashion doll. So, here's a film about puppets. I'm in Norwich in Norfolk. I'm here to mark an important puppet anniversary, one which is in danger of being overshadowed by COVID. I'm here at the Norwich Puppet Theatre, and December this year will mark the 40th anniversary of its first performance. The theatre was the brainchild of Ray and Joan De Silva. They had formed the De Silva Puppet Company in 1962, which had gone on to become the largest and most successful unsubsidized puppet company in Britain. They had 3 or more productions on tour simultaneously around the country, and they also toured internationally in Europe, Canada, America, New Zealand, and Japan. But in 1977, Ray and Joan decided to set up a permanent puppet theatre here in the medieval church of St. James. Let me show you round. So this is the foyer, which greets the audience as they enter. It's flooded with light from these lovely windows. If you look closely, you can see the original logo of the Norwich Puppet Theatre has been incorporated into the window. It's based on a French rod puppet called a marotte. Speaking of rod puppets, there are many on display around the foyer, together with marionettes and glove puppets from past productions. That's better. Of course, it all looked very different in October 1978, when work began on clearing the site. Construction work started in January 1979. I hope they didn't brick that guy in there. Knock once for yes, twice for no. Anywho, the auditorium seats 200. Above the stage, there's a feature unique in the entire UK. It's a metal marionette bridge, which can move towards and away from the audience, and it can be raised or lowered. This feature was designed to allow marionettes using long or short strings to be performed in the space, making it very flexible for visiting companies. I'm back in the foyer, and I was asked to mention this letter on the wall from a mysterious benefactor who contributed quite a large sum to the construction of the theatre. Some guy called Jim Henson. I guess we'll never know who he was. Through this door, we enter a modern corridor which leads to the octagon. Now, the octagon has had many uses over the years. Its strikingly original design was first intended as a rehearsal space with an exhibition space above it. Windows allowed visitors to look down onto purpose-built workshops on either side of the building, where puppets, scenery and props could be created, with wood and metalworking facilities. One of these workshops has now been converted into the modern office, where I'm going to meet the general manager, Mr. Ian Woods. Hi Ian, thank you for letting me poke around the puppet theatre. How long have you been general manager?
Well, Clementine, it only seems like yesterday, but actually it's nearly 22 years.
You must have seen a lot of puppetry in that time. Any favourites?
Quite probably too many to mention, but I think one of the joys of this place is we bring people from all over the world to Norwich.
Any international companies that really stand out in your memory?
One that really did was Tabla Rasa from Spain, with their production of The Miser. Moliere's play, instead of gold there was water. So all the puppets were just made out of mixer taps with bits of fabric. And as well as expressing that story, there was the most fantastic love scene. One of the most passionate love scenes I've seen, certainly between 2 taps.
Oh, puppets are so weird. But talking about proper shows, you'd commissioned me to make a huge 40th anniversary variety show, hadn't you?
Yeah, well, actually, Clementine, pre-sales were not looking too good.
Oh, well, anything else planned?
List of things going on, but no, seriously, yeah, we were going to have a celebratory cabaret, but then we were also going to create a new production of Pinocchio. But all the rehearsals and timescales of that disappeared during lockdown, so Our 40th anniversary celebration performance will be in 2021 now.
Good to have something positive for the diary. So what are your general thoughts about the future of the theatre?
I've been here 22 years, Clementine, and we've been in through ups and downs and downs and ups again. So this one's a pretty big one because it's across the world. But yeah, I hope there is a future.
Thank you, Ian.
Thank you, Clementine, for coming.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
A hopeful note to end my visit on from Ian Woods, the General Manager. Now, the doors of the Norwich Puppet Theatre might be closed to the public, but behind them there's been a lot of work going on. The theatre recently gained permission to make film versions of Roald Dahl's Dirty Beasts and Revolting Rhymes. They asked me to make Cinderella, and after hours in hair and makeup, I played every part. There are lots of other wonderful films in the series too, in a huge variety of styles, made by other puppeteers, artists and animators. To see my film and all of the others, or just to find out more about the theatre, visit its website, www.puppettheatre.co.uk. And to keep up to date with all my adventures, follow me on Facebook, Clementine Dolly, or my website, livingfashiondoll.com. Bye-bye! Stop press. Since making this film, there has been an update. The Norwich Puppet Theatre has just announced that it has successfully secured cultural recovery funding to support its ongoing work at its home base in the community and online. livingfashiondoll.com